Hey guys, Chris and the Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday. It's kind of a day of winding down big time. My batteries have gone flat. I've got the sling on. I've determined now to rest. I'm satisfied with everything I've got done. Even this mini cleanup that you've been watching the last few videos, I'm pretty pleased to get rid of all the scrap, to get a lot of the yard tidied up. We still need to do a little bit in the carport, but I've spoken to the family and the kids, and they're going to come and give us a bit of a working bee afternoon just to tidy some things up that I can't move. So it's all worked out pretty well. Tomorrow we have to be in Melbourne at 11 AM. We have to be at the hospital for my shoulder surgery. If you're just joining the channel, it's been a whirlwind of events this year. We've done lots of recycling of stuff. We've done lots of scrap metal. We've done big cleanup jobs. I've had injuries that I now have to deal with, and I'm in for quite a reasonable stretch of downtime. And that's not something I'm used to, and a lot of you have already picked up on that and have wished me all the best, and have wished Christine all the best, coping with someone like me that wants to be go all the time, and now have to seriously recuperate, recover, and rest my shoulder until it gets back to something like normal. So today's video, we're just going to do a little bit of a walk around. I'm keeping my arm in a sling all day just to really rest it a bit, to make sure I don't just reach out with two arms, which I've been doing, and carrying things around, because from tomorrow I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. So, and I really want to get it right. I don't want to muck around with this. Once if it has an issue and can't be repaired properly, then I'm stuck with a right arm that doesn't work very well for the rest of my life, and I don't want that. I figure I've got a lot of my life left, at least certainly I hope so. So this video, we'll do a bit of a walk around. I'll show you just a few of the things that I'm going to be dealing with perhaps while I'm laid up and can only use the left hand. Coco's already a little frustrated because I can't throw the ball with my left hand anywhere near as far, and probably 300% less accurate, but I can kick it. So this morning I'm going to light the fire in my shed. I'm in my shed, as you might have recognised. There's very little room left in here, but it's a cold day, and I'm just going to tinker a bit today and take it easy. I'm going to light the fire. I think I've made enough room around it so that we don't burn things other than what's in the fire. And yeah, come along, have a bit of a look, and then tomorrow morning, as I said, we're off to the hospital, and from then on things will be a whole lot different for me. That's different, at least in the short term anyway. I hope to get back to normal as soon as possible. Here's my shed heater. Now this is a wood burning heater. It came out of the house when we bought the house. Even though wood heating is such a lovely heat, they're also extremely messy inside, and I've had houses before with wood burning heaters, and they are a lot of work and a lot of expense to get wood these days too. But it's fine in the shed for burning all the scraps. It has had a bit of a leak down the flue, and it's gone a little rusty on top because it hasn't been used for some time. But I'm going to light it up this morning, and it'll just provide a bit of warmth out here. I think there's enough room around it. The timber on the side's pretty safe because the sides don't get that hot. But the boxes in the shed have built up everywhere because I've just had to clean out and shove it all in here. So there's narrow tracks around through here, and I think while I'm recovering I will be able to just tinker and empty boxes and do little jobs. I'm certainly not going to take on anything that I shouldn't. And of course, out through that door, let's have a quick look while we're talking. This used to be the main entrance to my shed, and now we have the emergency storage shed built on the front of it. And as you can see, that is pretty much full to the front. We just have a small walk through area, and I have, good morning Coco, and I have lots and lots of processing to do here, and we'll get into some unboxing videos down the track. Morning Christine.
Morning.
While I've got you there, a lot of my subscribers have been very concerned for your mental health whilst I'm recovering. Now you've still got a smile on your face now. How are you really feeling?
Oh, you put me on the spot now. I want to be a devil. And
yeah,
Chris is going to behave himself.
I am.
Yes.
I am. And
hell or high water, he's going to behave.
I firmly believe that Christine was a prison guard in a previous life, so I think I'll be well kept for a while. So anyway, as you can see, we have lots ahead of us over the future of this channel. lots of discoveries, lots of recycling, lots of rescuing and repairing, and yeah, a lot of pricing and valuations of things for the shop, because remember, I still have a business, even though I'm sharing with Christine, which we actually think is going to be a really, really fun and profitable exercise in the shop together. We're enjoying it so far. So I've enjoyed my day in the shed so far. I've been out here doing a bit of editing for YouTube and a few other jobs, and I've actually been scrapping. Now I'm only using one hand, and I've been pulling apart some old light fittings. There's my other hand, the red one. Speaking of hands, you may have noticed the back of this one in recent videos. I haven't been mauled by Coco or anything. The doctor found some sunspots on my hand and he used liquid nitrogen to freeze them, and it looks rather horrific, but hopefully it recovers quickly. So I've had these old 70s light fittings at the shop. They were something I had to get rid of. I had them priced and no one bought them. Then I had them in the free box for a week nearly, and still no one took them. And then I realised that half of the fittings are actually brass, and being a scrapper we can't give brass away. And there's a few fittings that I'll actually use. Where did I put them? Oh, these ones. I'm thinking they'll be handy when I start making lamps down the track. And there's a little bit of hardware I've been keeping as well. So the process begins. My first day, in fact it's -1 day until my, it's -1 day after my surgery. And we've already started working one-armed. I've started my scrap accumulation. You guys who have wondered how I managed to accumulate $33,000 worth of scrap in about 20 years, one piece at a time. That's brass. There's probably about 3 kilos there. Little bit of insulated wire. I'll set up some tubs here and gradually accumulate. It won't ever get as big, I can assure you of that, but this is how scrappers make money. You pull things apart, you put stuff aside, you sell it when the price is good, and in the meantime I'll be using lots of useful stuff and fixing things. Now I've also, in my, you guys know I like a challenge, I have discovered that I can do my shoelaces up left-handed with one hand. Had a quick look on YouTube, there was a couple of guides, and I had to master it straight away. So there you go. There's nothing going to stop me, guys. I'll just have to be a bit slower and a bit more careful. So let's go out and have a look at the carport. That's all we have to really report on for the rest of this video. Oh, by the way, there has been a change of time. I've had numerous phone calls from the hospital today, and we don't have to check into the hospital until 1 p.m. now, which is great. I'm even allowed to have a very light breakfast and a coffee before we take off in the morning, but nothing after 9 a.m. So anyway, I'll have to survive on one coffee for the day. That workbench, I did have a guy supposedly coming to pick that up today. I put it on Facebook Marketplace for $50, and as typical with Facebook Marketplace, he hasn't shown up. No drama, I can remarket that anytime and someone can pick it up from there. The front of the shed's a bit more organised. I've started to actually burn some of the wood from here, and I actually forgot to show you the fire that was going. And it's been lovely and warm in my shed all day. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it was a chilly day. It only got to about 11 degrees, and I'm really going to enjoy my time in the shed tinkering with the fire going, and Coco even lay down in front of it and had a nap at one stage. So yeah, I'm going to love my time out here. Recuperating won't be such a drag after all. I'll just have to be become more adept at left-handedness. I was undoing screws on that light fitting with a left hand just to make sure I could do it. And like everything, a bit of practice should improve it. Okay, so the yard's relatively neat. I'm pretty happy with how I've got the yard finished up. You may have noticed up on the deck too, I've got all my scrubs of tubs of scrap off there. So it's a lot less cluttered to give Christine any stress and me any stress. There's still a little bit of stuff to deal with. That piece of foam has to go in the bin. It has had rats through it, unfortunately. The carport, as I said, I'm going to get my kids to help tidy up some stuff and just neaten it up a little bit. But we did get a bit more moved today, and I've just been putting stuff against the wall here. The wood lathe I'll probably sell, and I need to do some research on that engine analyzer and sell that as well. Every time, Coco, every time we come down here, you bark at me. So we won't go on too long, just as there's still a bit of clutter to move up the front. And a bit of stuff still to move here, which the kids will help with. Okay, here you go. Where's Wilson? See, I told you I can still kick things. Not the dog though, just the ball. Where's Wilson? Here. Left foot. Oh, there you go, not very accurate. So let's finish this video up exactly where we started, standing in front of the heater. Mind you, it wasn't going at the start of the video. It's beautiful and warm here now. Like I said, tomorrow at 1 PM at the hospital in Melbourne. It's about a 2-hour drive from here. So the next video on my channel will be, I don't know, I'll let you know how the op went. Thank you for everyone for your well wishes. I've been getting a lot of that locally here today, people saying, you know, good luck with the surgery. And I'm kind of hoping that the surgery doesn't rely on luck. I would like to think it comes down to surgery or the surgeon's skill. But I know what people mean, and the good wishes are much appreciated. So thanks for watching again, guys. Next video could be anything, and it probably will be a few days. We'll see how we go. So look out for me then. Bye for now.